You ready, bro?
Is this live, yeah?
Mm-hmm. Hello, welcome to Yasser TV. Welcome to the channel, people. And today I got a special guest. Do you know what I mean? Proud to call him a bro, and obviously big respect for him. And obviously today we brought him here for the preview because I'm gonna be there for the reaction. You know what I mean? I'm gonna be there for the match reaction on his channel if that ever happens. Innit? We never know. Could be 10 p.m., 11 p.m., 1 a.m. You never know, depending on what happens in the game. But obviously, what are you saying, Northside, man? Obviously, very blessed to have you on here, and thank you for obviously pulling up, bro.
Nah, man. Listen, love for the invite, man. You know what I mean? It would be nice to hear you speaking about Chelsea for once instead of always commenting on my club. So yeah, man, that's good, man. Now I'm happy to be here, bro. And big up to everyone that's locked in, man. Make sure you're liking and subscribing.
Yeah, 100%. Make sure you like and subscribe, and obviously, Northside's links in the title. And yeah, man, you're gonna see me now speak about Chelsea, innit? I like to keep my things to myself. Yeah, when it comes to Chelsea, you know, when he sees things, I'm like, yeah, nah, let's just keep it to myself. I don't want to be sitting there smashing tables. I can't even smash my tables made of glass. You know them ones. Yeah, I need to get one of them stronger wood ones. You know what I mean? But or like a cushion nowadays, blood, because I got them slow passes, them U-shaped football where he just puts you to sleep. You know what I mean? I swear down. But obviously, it's Arsenal versus Chelsea. The last game, obviously, at Stamford Bridge ended in a draw. Like, what's the current situation for you? As in, like, how do you look at the game that's coming up, and what do you expect from the team? Obviously,
What, from you guys or from Arsenal?
you start whichever. Do you want to speak about? Like, do you want to talk about Chelsea first? We could speak about Chelsea if that's what you want to like go for first.
You guys, I don't know where all the good football's gone, bro. Like, you guys at the start of the season, you saw I did some match reactions. A lot of them were actually to Chelsea games. It just worked out a lot of the time. It weren't really clashing all the time with Arsenal games. And the way that you guys were playing, like the way you guys bopped West Ham off the pitch at the start of the season, I was like, yo, you guys were performing. You even had João Felix performing. You know, you're cooking. Cole Palmer was performing. You had Madueke being effective, even though I'm not the biggest fan of Madueke. Like, you guys actually had players balling out. And then now it's just like, you guys just look boring. You look like you can't cut a team open. You look like you can't string together 2-3 passes. Do you know what I'm saying? Cole Palmer missed a penalty against Leicester. Other than that, you guys are just boring to watch, bro. I can't even lie, bro. It reminds me a lot of phase 1 under Arteta at Arsenal. Do you know what I mean? And I just don't understand what's going on with your team, bro. Like, you had Pedro Neto balling at the start of the season. Now Pedro Neto, it looks very one-dimensional from him when I watch him. It looks very like robotic, and he's constantly doing the same thing. I still think you guys got some good players. Like I said, I think everybody knows you need a goalkeeper. You need a proper world-class centre-back pairing. You need someone to rotate with Caicedo. You need a striker. You know, in case you have, you know, Jackson out and stuff like that. You do need some upgrades here in the spine of your team. We know that. But at the same time, I've seen your team play better than what they're playing. Even against Copenhagen. I just saw the highlights because obviously I was watching other games. And it's like, bro, you guys were boring, bro. Like, it was boring. Like, literally, Drewsbury Hall had to take that game by the scruff of the neck and be like, cool, take on 2-3 man and then slot it bottom corner. But other than that, what did you guys really create? What did you do?
Listen, yeah. You know that game? You know, you saw the highlights, innit?
Yeah.
Dewsbury Hall was trash. And you see, even when he got to that position, it's because the ball hit Neto. When it hit Neto, it came into him, yeah? We were like, oh, okay, cool. We knew from that moment, he got man of the match. That's how boring the game was, bro. Bro, listen, I looked at the time, I was like, yeah, I'm going to do a watch along. Then I thought about setting it up and that. And then I looked at my Twitter. I seen Lewis send me the link. I was like, you know what? Maybe God's telling me don't do it. You know them ones. I went there because my fear was one thing, innit? I ain't trying to be lonely in those watch alongs. You know when the game's so dead, like no one's gonna watch it, so then I ain't gonna come and watch you either because it's just dead. So we went there. I was there with like a couple people, yeah. If it weren't us talking about some completely other thing, and then you realise, oh, half time, you know. And then you go back to thinking, and then you just realize, oh, it's finished. Literally, the game was so boring. Yeah, it's almost like we tried to keep the ball just for the sake of keeping the ball because we were one goal ahead, kind of thing. Yeah, and bro, like obviously the game has changed. Like for us, this is the thing. Yeah, it's weird because it feels like we went from a high to a low. You know, if you struggle in the beginning of the season and then it gets better,
Yeah.
it's where you get those Top Gunner feelings, isn't it? Where, oh, next season, maybe next season. We can't feel, we don't want to see next. We just want the season to end sometimes. Like, you know what? Top four, get that Conference League sorted. And then, yeah, I'm looking forward to the transfer window. I'm not even looking forward to the end of the season. I want to get to the transfer window because I want to see if we're going to get the players that we need. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Like, obviously, some rumors spreading on Twitter that apparently Robert Sanchez is back in goal and Marescas gave him a, what's it called? He gave him a rest, yeah. Something about his head, bro. He said something about him trying to cool his head and that so he can come back to games. Bro, what head? He ain't got no head, bro. He's like a headless chicken, bro, when he runs out of the box and just stands on the corner. No. I was like, nah, I can't have him back. But these are the things, bro, that we put on Maresca. You get it? Like, when it comes to us, we don't want to pick on the manager because it's his first season. But at the same time, yeah, there's mistakes and there's unforgivable mistakes, bro. And then sometimes some of these managers are so stubborn, bro, for no reason. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, when he had Felix, yeah, his ass was glued to the bench. He was like a human heated seat. He was just heating the seat up for the other players so they come and go sit on the seat. And Kunku's sitting on the bench. Cool, but now when he got to the transfer window, bro, he should have just got rid of Nkunku, bro. But that man said, we want 60 million for Nkunku. Who's going to buy 60? Who's going to pay 60 million for Nkunku when he was out for the whole first year and he's not doing anything now? Do you get it? We're still trying to sell him for a profit. Bro, get rid of him, bro. And then even Palmer's not playing well, you could play him. Yesterday, the game was so dead. Second half, Palmer started warming up here just before half time. He came on and he's still missing chances, bro. Like his when it comes to his confidence, yeah, it's low, bro. I can't lie. My prayer is that his confidence, you know, you lot help him and do you know, you lot save the players usually and all that. Maybe you can save my guy Palmer when he comes to the Emirates. Let him see the goal hit the back of the net, bro. Man's a bit desperate now. I went from potentially challenging here to becoming desperate almost. Not as desperate as like a United and Tottenham, but like we're getting a bit desperate because I don't like where I am and all that. But if you look at the table, yeah, because of some of the results that you guys had recently, like in terms of like the last couple of games, West Ham and all that, bro, if we beat you lot, we're like 3 points, 4 points off you guys. That's how quick it's closing down as well. Like when it comes to the whole top four race. But when it comes to the team, like you said, obviously we know about the whole goalkeeper situation. The centre backs are the centre backs. So obviously Fofana's back now, and we're seeing him play. It seems like Colwell works really well with Fofana. Not really well, but like as in a partnership that we can get out of all the players that we have here. Those two, beginning of the season, that's where you saw the good football, innit? And it seems like we kind of missed the aggressiveness in our spine in terms of Fofana's gone, and then when we had beginning of the season, we also had Lavia, remember? So those two being gone in terms of when they're actually there, that's when Maresca seems to take those extra risks and stuff, yeah? The forward line, I don't know. I heard something about Jackson potentially coming back wherever, but Jackson's out. We ain't got no striker in it, so he's been playing Neto up front. He's been interchanging depending on what's going on, where Sancho's playing on the right or the left. So at the least I can give Maresca credit for is that sometimes he's actually trying to change things up and see what happens in it. But not as much as what he was doing before. Like if you remember when we was doing the match reactions and stuff on your channel, yeah, you always used to give him credits for doing early changes, changing things up and that. Like all the things we rated him for, yeah. There's a period during Christmas where he did nothing, yeah, and we were just losing games and I was just sitting there, no changes, nothing. I'm like, what? So you're telling me what's all these players on the bench for then, bro? Do you get what I'm saying? So yeah, man, like look, I've always said like this, it's cool to meet one of those top 4 teams and finally beat them because our record ain't been good either. But it's like at the same time, bro, I don't think I can personally survive. The only thing holding me down is Ramadan, fam. You know what I mean? If you lose this game, I'll be fuming, bro. Like, you know what I mean? But then again, then I look at Arsenal and I'm like, bro, we can't lose because they ain't got no attackers. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, that's how I'm looking at it. Like, I'm like, because our run to the end of the season, it's like, we got everyone in it. Like, I looked at that list and I was like, oh my days, bro. I swear I looked at this list, yeah. It's haram, bro. I don't, because you see me, my brain doesn't hold, I can't hold all that information. Like, you know how people could tell you all the next 10 games and that? I can't do that. Look, we got Arsenal. Allah. We got Spurs at home on the 3rd of April, yeah, which means that's probably what after international break, innit? We got Brentford, Ipswich, Fulham, Everton, Liverpool, Newcastle, United, Forest, bro. And we're trying to go for top 4. You get it? So you got what? Spurs. Like, when it comes to the top teams, you got Spurs, Liverpool, Newcastle, and Forest. And you still have like an Everton and Ipswich and Brentford in between that. You see what I'm saying, bro? So it's like we needed to take the advantage during that Christmas period when we had like, I don't know, 4 losses or whatever it was. Yeah, remember we had Fulham, Ipswich, and all those games we were drawing and losing. That's where we should have picked the points up from. That could have solidified that top 4, or even if we were in that, well, we were in a race, but we weren't getting to the end. Then that's a different story. But you kind of get what I'm trying to get with that, innit? It's like we could have afforded to lose some games here if we picked up the supposed easy points that we should have picked up in Christmas.
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah, man, my club right now, obviously, I don't know you heard this morning. I found out through Saeed, you know, he done a stream at 4:30 in the morning to tell us that we bought Quenda, bro. Do you know Quenda from Sporting?
On Sport in Lisbon.
Yeah, we
Is that
bought.
is that, that is that actually official though? I saw it, but I
Yeah,
didn't.
yeah, but apparently it is. So we've basically he's done his medical and everything. We're getting him in 2026, blood. Do you know what I mean? He's like the Estaval. He's staying at Sporting, and we're gonna get him later. The money and stuff hasn't been announced, but basically we've already agreed everything. Basically, he's just gonna come later on. He's gonna chill at Sporting for his development, and yeah, that the only thing that the myth it dispels is that you can't sign players during the season, bro. Other than that, I don't know anything about Quenda to say. All I know is that people rate him highly, or some people do. And I heard that he usually plays in wing back systems, and he's good on. He could play on the left and the right. But the rest, you never know until he plays in the league, mate. And I don't understand. You see me, I don't understand those we're gonna buy him in the next 2 years thing, yeah. Because what if he gets an ACL? What if he gets a hamstring injury or something? You get what I'm saying? What then? What? You just buy him for like.
I don't really get it, man. He's got potential, yeah, but you don't need no more potential. You got like 3 squads worth of potential, bro. Like
That's what I'm
you
saying.
need a ready-made players, bro. Like this doesn't make no sense. And
Yeah.
if I was a Chelsea fan, I'd be looking at him thinking these man ain't learning. You need to add quality now. You've got a basis of a team that now needs world-class players and world-class additions and into the spine of the team. So I don't know why you guys are spending more money on more potential as if you ain't got loads of potential out on loan. What's that doing for your season right now? I don't really get it, bro, because it seems like you guys are just it's like the good thing you lot did under Roman, yeah, is you'd always utilize Cobham and make that a money spinner and a couple of other little signings that you'd have, but you would do that as a, you know, the second phase of what you do in the transfer window. You'd always sort out your team, you'll sort out your bench, then you'll do those things as extras to be able to keep funding, competing and revamping the team whenever you need to.
Yeah.
Now it's like the whole focus is now on doing that as the main source. Like, oh, we're not going to sort out the team. We're just going to get a load of players that we suspect will go up in value. What if they don't? What if they don't? Do you know what I mean? It's just like, and at the same time, it's like, what are you doing in the here and now? You keep thinking about the future, but what about the here and now? The team here and now is not ready to win the league. The team here and now is lacking a lot. Like, I don't understand why you guys are thinking about the future, bro. Like, I just don't really get it, bro. They had a model with Roman that they could have implemented. Do you know what I'm saying? They could have said, okay, cool, to a certain extent, let's not, you know, like when you went and put 50 million down for Torres, okay, maybe we won't be smashing the transfer record for every player or doing a mad thing, but we got the blueprint. Yeah, we go and get the best in class. We get the best manager in class, and then we all these other players coming out from Cobham and all these co-wheels and all of that. Well, those are money spinners. These guys are completely ripped up what made your club successful, and then now think, oh, we're going to do a youth project on top of another youth project. We're not going to go and get what we need. January will show no ambition. It's mad, bro. Because I used to envy your club when it came to getting business done. I used to envy the way that you guys used to get the best players available, or the way you lot used to get rid of players when they weren't good enough. You know, when Czech was finished, you sold him. David Luiz was done, you sold him. You didn't hold on to these players. Do you know what I'm saying? And that's how much you lot have fallen off, because you've become from the envy of the Premier League to the blue version of Arsenal, bro. Always talking about next season. Always planning for the future, the future, the future. What about the present? The present gets neglected because of the future. Future gains, money, player sales, trust in the process. Young players will come good. Bro, you never used to give a shit if players make it or not at Chelsea. You either make it or you don't. Who cares? We're selling you. It's irrelevant. Do you know what I'm saying? Because we're going to go and get the right players. We're going to go get Hazard. We're going to go and get flipping Diego Costa. Do you know what I'm saying? That's what you lot used to do, bro. I used to look at Chelsea, SCN. You guys used to have ballers, bro. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And now you look at you lot, and it's like, why is the ownership and the sport and everyone that's scouting the players not seeing what you lot are seeing? You guys already did a whole, you know what I mean, protest against the ownership.
Mm-hmm.
I don't feel like they're understanding what you lot want, bro. I don't know. I don't know if the message within the Chelsea fan base is divided like it is for Arsenal fans. I don't know. But why is it that they're not getting the message? I don't understand it, bro. You man have already told them you want Chelsea to go back to the old Chelsea. Yeah, I mean, why is it that they can't do that? Okay, they've got a basis. Okay, your team needed a rebuild. Cool. But it's clear to see you don't need no more youngsters, bro. This Quenda, bro, he's 17 years old, bro. You've already seen Renato Sanchez, Jao Felix leaving the league too early and what it's done to their careers, bro. It's not helped them, bro. Do you know what I mean? And now you're gonna go and get a 17-year-old, bro. It just doesn't make any sense, bro.
It doesn't. When it comes to the whole protesting, like I was with it in terms of like not necessarily what the reason they were doing it and that, because basically the protest, there wasn't one like reason they were doing the protest. Do you get it? So it's not like, cool, we want the Cronkies out, whatever you lot are doing it, and everyone's going there because they want the Cronkies out. Everyone's there for different reasons, bro. Do you get what I'm trying to say? One's there, some people are there because they never liked Bowley in the first place. There's certain people that don't like with Stanley, whatever. The what's it called, the directors. Then there's some people that, do you get it? So everyone's there with a different kind of like perception of why they're there. Do you get what I'm saying? And then you also have like, so my thing was, the only reason I actually supported the protest, yeah, in terms of like, if I had went, I couldn't go that day, yeah, but if I had went, or I did post about it and everything, yeah, but it was like, for me, it was like, I had to show them that, look, we still have to apply pressure on the ownership to let them know that, look, we're still here, we don't necessarily agree with certain things that are going on, pattern up kind of thing. Do you get what I'm saying? If you can, because we're still in like a period where we can fix things. You're not too far down the road, yeah, where it's like you need to fix, you need to get those owners out and everything need to go, whatever. You get it? If we buy the players that we need to get, all of a sudden, no one's gonna, and we start winning, no one's gonna speak about which guy the owner is and who's sitting in the director's role. Do you get what I'm saying? If you get the wins or get the trophies or whatever, no one speaks about, no one cares about who's sitting at the top, bro. No one knows who's scouting. No one knows who. The reason why a lot of us speak about who the scout is and that's because we know they're not doing their job, bro. And when you said about like the Roman times and getting the players, yes, cool. You might. This is the thing, yeah. Everyone has different ways of going about certain things, innit? But when you look at like currently in the football game, there's this whole new wave of, we're gonna, for like somehow if you buy young players, get them in the team, and they all cook or whatever, you're going to be cooking for 10 years. You get what I'm... That's their thing, innit? I just don't get it. I'm like, bro, you might be able to cook for like 2 years. Like, they always talk about dominance, innit? So-called dominance. Bro, if you look at Pep, he always took players out, sold them, and bought other players. He always refreshed, bro. Otherwise, he wouldn't have won the things he won for all these years with the City. Do you
But
get
how
it?
many academies, yeah, have you seen so many players coming out of a whole squad, yeah, and then they cook? Man United, you can say the class of '99, but even then, they still had a couple of players that they bought, yeah, but they had a big group that came out of that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But that's an anomaly, bro. And then you look at La Masia
Hmm.
with Xavi, Iniesta, Messi. But even that's an anomaly. They got rid of PK. PK went to Man United,
Yeah.
brought him back. You know what I'm saying? But it's like that's an anomaly, bro. Like that's not. This is what I don't understand with football fans these days. Yeah, they take anomalies and they think that that's the rule. You know what
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
It's like it's not the rule, bro. Like you don't like. There's great academies for like Benfica, Dortmund. You look at the best academies, Ajax. How many times do they get just a whole academy and then they just dominate for time and
Well,
time and
Ajax,
time?
I don't remember it. Like me personally, yeah. Unless I go to when I was a kid, there is an Ajax, yeah. Especially me living in Holland, the team that we saw play Real Madrid and beat them, yeah, with Ziyech and all of them, man. Those are the few, and that was Delict. Like, what was it Delict? I think maybe even Timber Delict, and Frankie De Jong, and that. There's only a couple of them that actually came through the academy, and that was probably the most you've seen. Like, before that, you have to go to like the legends and that, innit? Like the Seedorfs and them, man, yeah, to actually talk about that time. But it's like that's like saying you saw like a midget, yeah, with like a nice thing, and you think everyone can just get nice things. Bro, it's not usual. You get what I'm saying? It's not the usual thing. Like you're not always gonna see that. But it's like it's confusing, bro. But at the same time, I hear that these man all can't spend a lot of money in terms of how we used to just spend money because there was not a lot of this FFP and all that, yeah. Because look at Newcastle now, yeah, as well. They got all the money they can't spend because they're not really making that much money, yeah. And they don't have assets to sell either, like besides unless they really get rid of like a Gordon or what's my man's name. They only got 3 players they can get rid of that
Gordon,
get some.
Isak,
And yeah, they only got like 3 players that they can, or 4 players they can get rid of that actually will bring them a lot of money in it. So it's like until then you've seen them stagnate, even though not stagnate, but it's like they haven't really took those leaps forward everyone was thinking of, yeah, when they got the owners. And I know, yeah, from what I've heard, their owners are actually like, even if you ask Zayn, like, their owners are actually very like ambitious. They want to do their thing, innit? They just realize that it's going to be a long thing, but cool. We will do everything we can around it until we're able to spend more money, and then we'll move it on forward as well, innit? But it's like I hear that these men want to do this whole like. It's just that you know what it is, yeah. Bowley's intentions are right. It's just he got no knowledge in it in terms of football. Do you get what I'm saying? Because when he came in, he bought experience. He bought Sterling, Koulibaly, whatever. At least we know that he tried. But it's like that at the same time, it's like we need someone that actually knows what he's doing. So then he kind of messed up and ended up bringing the directors and everything. Yeah. But then it's not like he went and got best in class, or even if it was the club itself, they didn't even go. But they went to Brighton and got those two, because they basically want to do what Brighton does, but they want to cut out the middleman. So you know how Brighton gets those players from Colombia or whatever, they cook and then they sell them for 100 million. They just want to get rid of Brighton, and basically they want to do it all in house without Brighton. Do you get what I'm saying? Get the kid. If he cooks, we'll sell him off. If he's not someone that can end up joining the team. So a lot of these guys that you're seeing, they're not really supposed to join the team now. You get it? Those are just working in the background, just rising the value up. That's like, what was it called? It's like when people buy property, bro. You get it? It's not the house he's living in. Do you know what I mean? His front garden and that, it's not really ready yet, but he's bought a house down the road. Do you get it? It's a small house. He's setting it up and everything because that's supposed to bring him money later down the line. That's basically what they're doing with some of those people, yeah. But my thing and my mentality has always been fix the first team, because when you're winning and everything, that's gonna bring you money anyway. Do you get it? And then you can do side quests later. You know what I mean? You can get your trophies and you do side quests at the same time. But they're so focused, yeah, on the side quests that it's almost like you just stagnate. The main team stagnating. We're not getting into no positions. It's almost like heritage is getting you into some of these competitions. You get it? Like getting you far into those competitions. Like even then, you can't really rely on that.
Bro, do you think, yeah, that these man, when they play FIFA, for an example, yeah, if they're playing FIFA career mode, do they go, oh, yo, let me go through the youth academy and then I'll build a team that's going to dominate for years? Yeah, I mean, and that's a game.
No, bro.
It's the same game,
Listen.
bro.
No,
I'm not 100
no,
years.
no, no.
It's
Listen,
the
listen,
same
listen.
game.
You do the FIFA thing, yeah. FIFA when it first came out on PC, not first came out. I bought it recent, like a couple months ago. Yeah, I ain't played it in months. Basically, it was unplayable on PC, innit? It was just lag and everything. Yeah, so I wasn't playing it. Then I updated it and it worked. Man went to Chelsea. Man chose Chelsea. Yeah, I made sure that I get the £1 billion takeover. You know them ones, so I get the money. I have the money in my account. I terminated Sanchez's contract. I wasn't even trying to get peace. I don't need the money. Just I don't want to see you on the sheet, and you know them ones, yeah. And then we'll see. That's when we start seeing. Okay, cool. Who I'm gonna buy? Simple, bro. You get Costa. You can get Costa, that the one that was at Porto, the goalkeeper or something. It's just an example. You just slap him there. Get myself Bastoni. You know what I mean? You get it. You just get the players that you need, bro. It's not even that. It's not even that difficult. Like in terms of, you don't need degrees and that to understand, bro. I understand, but you know what's making it difficult though? Like even if I do the devil's advocate thing, yeah, is that these managers nowadays got these chess. I don't know, bro. It's like chess, like tactic system and all that they play, yeah. That is like, man, I need to go and get them specific profiles and that, or versatile players. You know what I'm trying to say? Like it's like, so they like, you know what? I'll wait till I get that player that I like. Otherwise, I ain't getting him. I ain't getting no one. I know obviously you've seen that at your club as well. You get it. If man's not getting no left winger, even though there's 50 left wingers there, he'll tell you I want that left winger and I'll wait till he's available, fam. That's like saying you meet a girl, she's in a relationship, you like her, but she's in a relationship. You know what? I'll wait till she, breaks up with the guy, and then I'll try it, bro. Just get another winger, bro, or just get another player. Do you get what I'm saying? So now we got what? Like I don't even know who we end up going for. I heard man argue about Osherman and Gyökeres yesterday. And I'm like, bro, I personally don't really like Osherman like that, innit? I think he's a good striker, like in terms of just a striker, but he gives me Haaland vibes, innit? But he's not as clinical as Haaland. Right, and I'm not talking about specifically his numbers. I'm talking about when I've watched him play. Yeah, he's tall and strong, so he can do the whole hold up thing and that. But he ain't really got a good first touch. So what ends up happening is he bounces off of him, but because he got pace, he'll chase it. You know, that kind of thing, yeah? And then in the box, yeah, he'll do one of those fly kicks and then the ball go in. So he does that thing where whatever happens, like he'll just go in the air and do whatever it takes to get the ball in the back of the net, yeah? But it's like, he also misses like easy chances, bro. Do you get what I'm saying? And that's a bit of the worry for me. Like, he's not like clinical. Like, we're not one of them guys when he gets that chance, yeah. Like, I remember watching Haaland when he was younger, like Salzburg and all that, when he was coming through, yeah. Every time he was through on goal, he just did this, bro. You knew he was scoring. And it's the opposite with the Højlund guy, because every time he goes in front, I'm like, he's not scoring. Like, at some point, innit? With Gyökeres, I ain't seen him enough, like, to say that, oh, my days. But from what I've seen from him, most of his goals come from transition on the counter and that. And he does a few goals where he kind of turns and shoots and that. But then I'm trying to think about like, oh, what about the Premier League? If he doesn't get space and all the time or whatever, can some of these strikers handle it? But at this point, I'm like, look, you look at the list. Who's the best striker? You either get the best one. If he's not available or you can't buy the whatever second one, you get it. Just because you need the striker right now.
Yeah.
So... yeah, man, it's one of them things, man. It's like, if it's really like, as a Chelsea fan, bro, it's like proper frustrating, man. Because for me, it was like, I don't know if like when you see people go on holiday, Thailand and that, and there's those two mountains, yeah, and there's that, that bridge on Kung Fu Panda, bro, the wooden one.
Yeah.
We're on that bridge, yeah, but it's about to break. That instead of my man fixing it, do you get it? And you could still get away with getting to the other side. Them man decided not to spend money in January, bro. You get what I'm saying? Okay, cool. We got as far as we did, but we're not liking where we are now. But cool, you didn't spend the money in the summer. I don't like it, but cool. But you got another opportunity. Do you get it? This is a gift. It's almost like instead of waiting for like a transfer window every year, there's one in January that can help you fix the season if you can't. But then I looked at it and said, nah, we're not buying anyone, bro. We're just gonna buy.
They got some kid that's not gonna push you forward. For the foreseeable.
Yeah, then I just heard this guy asking me about Asugo, bro. Do you know who Asugo is?
Asugo?
Don't tell me that's that midfielder from Sporting as well. So what are we doing? We're just raiding Sporting. People, yo, I heard someone say today, yo, we might as well. Yeah, it says Portuguese footballer Dario Usugo, 19. Ooh, he's 19. Oh, he's not 16. See what I'm saying, bro? And I'm like, okay, he's on loan at Palmas. That's why defensive midfielder.
Bro, this man ain't ready, bro.
But this what
This
I'm
man
saying,
ain't ready.
bro.
Bro, this man ain't ready, bro. This man ain't ready. I don't understand it. You know what I mean? But yeah, man. I don't know, man. I don't know what to tell you, bro.
But
You
you
know what
see
I'm
that you
saying?
see what I'm saying now. That's why I don't. That's why you don't see me speak about what I'm gonna tell you. Yo, I bought a new kid, 16 years old, and that, bro. I can't do this, bro. So for me, I look at what happens on the pitch. I know the pitch is not really looking good right now because obviously we can't carry on with the whole Jackson thing. Because remember when Jackson was there, at the least you were getting something from him, innit? But now it's just
Yeah.
literally putting a winger there and hoping that he does the job, innit? Um, Sancho's doing his thing, but they like scapegoating Sancho. So I was like, okay, cool. But I swear down, yeah, every time he messes up, man cook him. But when he does well, no one cooks him. They're calling him the skinny troops and all of that. But leave him alone, bro. Look, a man literally just coming in the summer, bro. You've seen how good he was. Remember when he first came in, and for me so far, he's been our best winger. Like if you look at all the wingers that we have here, yeah, no one's really saying Madueke. Mudrik, you know where Mudrik is right now in the trenches. What's the other guy's name? Pedro Neto was crossing to no one for the whole season, like almost the whole season. He was coming in and doing well off the bench, but when he starts on the left, he was just crossing to no one though every game, yeah. But then he scored against you lot, innit? So maybe that's why everyone's rating him. And if you look at it, and then I start naming you names, and then you might think actually Sancho might have been your best winger. Do you get what I'm saying? Because he actually provided something. But then you look at how he plays, no overlaps. Bro, Mambo and Achimpong, yeah, inverted him from left back. That's a kid from the academy who's a right back or centre back that he started playing at right back. Then now he's playing left back and now he's inverting from left back. And I'm like, bro, why? Gusto only knows the 10 times tables. And he's making him do fucking, what's it called? He's making him do algebra and that. He doesn't know, bro. He hasn't reached that level yet. So why are you making him invert? You get what I'm saying? He doesn't need to be in midfield. Too busy for him. Just let him be the right back. And then for Maresca, we've seen it. Some games he'll go long, some games he doesn't. You get it? He did it against Brentford and that. So he can't actually do those things. But it's frustrating when you know someone can do it, but don't do it. Do you get what I'm saying? That's the bit. That's where I'm at with my club, bro. I can't lie. So for me this season, get me that dusty cup, the whatever that Conference League thing is. Because I don't know who we're playing next, but I just thought, yeah, on to the next, innit? Once we won the game, I said, yeah, on to the next. And then you got obviously now the Premier League, bro. We need to get that top four, bro. I can't lie. Do you know what I mean? There's no way, yeah, man can do another Conference League or... I mean, if we win the Conference League, we're probably in the Europa, but the only thing, North, yeah, that makes me happy I'm a Chelsea fan is knowing that every time I've been in a competition, I won it, innit? So like the Europa League, we've been in it twice, we won it. Do you get it? We kind of go for them. But now it's like we ain't got the same backing that we usually have in terms of, the team's almost ready and it's going to go all the way to the end. Like, you don't always have that confidence, bro. Do you get what I'm saying?
I mean, what's working to your favor is the fact that obviously City have been inconsistent this season.
Mm-hmm.
Newcastle as well haven't really, they're not really ready to contend to get into the top four.
Yeah.
I still feel like they still lack a little bit of quality. Do you know what I'm saying? And Aston Villa obviously playing in Europe, obviously that stretches their team a little bit thinner. You know what I mean? But
Mm-hmm.
other than that, bro, you're just kind of lucky, bro. Like everybody, there's different reasons why different teams could fall off or not reach the top four. You know what I mean? And that's what's kind of saved you, and that's what's kind of saved Arsenal in keeping that second position as well, is because everyone's not serious for different reasons. Some's more similar than others, Chelsea and Arsenal, but
Yeah.
that's what kind of saving it, bro. Because otherwise, you know what I mean? If everybody else was serious, bro, it'd be long. Obviously, Tottenham facing injuries, Man United being all over the place. That's what's kind of helped it. You know what I mean? But I don't know, man. Like Forest, I know a couple of their results haven't been the best, but City, obviously, they went and recruited in January. Maybe
Yeah.
they can have that little push. You know what I mean? They did go out and get a DM, so they could get that little push.
Mhm.
You guys, Arsenal and Chelsea, we were just resting on our laurels, bro, thinking, oh, yeah, it's a given. No, Chelsea, yeah, we're going to get top four. Arsenal, yeah, yeah, second place is nailed on. It's not nailed on, bro. You know what I mean? For us,
Yeah.
lot, what? 3 point, what's it? 4 points. Nottingham Forest are behind us in the league. Do you know what
Yeah.
I mean? You guys, bro, City are only 2 points behind you, bro.
But
You
that's
know
what
what
I'm
I mean?
saying. Yeah,
The way you
yeah.
lot are playing, bro, like you lot can drop out of the top four. I can't even
And
lie.
those
You know
fixtures
what I
that
mean?
you seen as well that I told you about earlier, when they're so close behind us, you know what I mean? What are you supposed to what are you supposed to do, bro? You just look at it
I
like
can
that.
see you lot dropping out of the top four. I can't even lie, bro.
Yeah, yeah. Bro, listen, I still think that getting top four is non-negotiable for the manager, innit? The top four in the trophy, bro. Because you know what it is. Remember, I was talking to you and Lex the other day, and I thought, if you don't win I don't know what he said. If he just wins the Conference League or something. But then I thought about it, and I remembered all the other trophies that he got us out of, and that. What's the other trophy? The Carabao Cup and the FA Cup. The way we went out in those thingy, yeah. And I was like, you know what? Nah, you only realize someone done something, yeah, but you forgot about it, and then you remember, yeah. I was like, nah, he has to go still. But yeah, man, look, bro, it's it's just crazy. What's this guy saying, bro? That's a crazy name. Still, I never thought of that, fam. He's a waste man. Starting Sanchez in goal again. Jurgensen was our starting goalkeeper just the other week. I hope Sanchez is worth losing his job over. Listen, I don't speak about that uncle anymore anyway, bro. Listen. He better not, because, bro, don't forget, he cost us twice, you know. Because remember, he let Martinelli score from near post, and he let Declan Rice. Remember that Declan Rice shot, bro? That was his fault as well. So it's like, I don't know what his game plan's going to be anyway, bro. Like, if you really think about it, if I
If
don't
you lot
know.
were playing the way you're playing at the start of the season, I'd be like, yo, you know what I mean? It could be a good game. Because when we played you at the start, like earlier on in the season, we had
Yeah.
our full team. I think we got a draw. We got a draw that game.
Yeah, well, it was Pedro Neto shot, and Martinelli scored from that near post, from the byline almost.
That's what I'm saying. So it's like, bro, like, you know what I mean? But now it's like you guys ain't playing well. We're not playing well. But one thing Arsenal can do is just shut up shop and stink it out. You know what I mean? They can do that. We do have the players to do that. And at the moment, your team looks all over the place. Cole Palmer looks out of form. Nkunku on the wing. What's the point even talking
Bro, but
about
you
it?
can't even put him up front, bro. You can't even put Nkunku up front, bro. I've watched him yesterday. The ball's just flying past, and he's waiting, and he's looking at the stars, bro. Bro, just stay on the bench then, innit? Like, this is my thing. Just stay on the bench. But this is more frustrating because I expected more from him as well. Like, when it's someone like Nkunku, you expect him to give you. Cool, you're not playing in the 10. But then when I seen him playing the 10, yeah, he's
Not
too
been convincing.
stiff, bro.
Yeah, he's not been convincing.
That's what I'm
That's the
saying.
thing. I hate when players are like, oh, I want to play here. And then when you play there, you don't perform. But that's the thing with your manager. Like, I don't get it, bro. Like, right now, João Felix, could he really do any worse than Cole Palmer in
No,
terms of form right now? I
no,
don't think he could,
no.
bro.
Even though the reports are saying that AC Milan's going to send him back. AC Milan's going to send him back at the end of the season because they don't want him. And apparently, some of the fans are saying that they don't necessarily like. He hasn't really been that well, but we know how João Felix is. He's a bit hot and cold, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? You'll have his patch of form, and then he might go missing for a few games. So it would have been good if the manager like just brought him in once in a while, innit? And just let him do his
Yeah.
thing. But now I'm looking at Palmer, just, bro, low on confidence. Missed the penalty against Leicester. Had a 1v1 chance yesterday. Didn't score that. Literally hit the advertisement board, like, so it
But
wasn't
he's
far.
getting
But
Odegaard treatment. By hook or by crook, he must start. There's no accountability. Like a team, players always need accountability, bro.
he hooked him
That's
up.
how we get started him. But there's no accountability because he's gonna hold that number 10 no matter what. Ain't no one displacing him, and that's the problem. Like, I don't really get it, bro. Like, I don't really get why you would only keep him if you're not like he's not gonna play Nkunku there, and when he's played there, he's not been great. I can name more performances of João Felix playing in the 10 than I have of Nkunku playing in the 10. That's why, even if you're unhappy with both players, just based on form this season, João Felix has been more effective. So keep the player that's been more effective. I just don't understand getting rid of him, bro. I think he's a player that's a confidence player. Do you remember James Rodriguez?
Yeah.
He was a confidence player, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? And then he had to find his confidence back at Everton when Ancelotti went there, because he's like, yo, the manager obviously believes in me, he'll play me. And then you started seeing him performing again and his form picking up. And some players are just like that, bro. And I think João Felix is one of them. Man can't tell me that he hasn't got ability, bro. He's got ability. I do think he's a bit rash in the final third. Sometimes he takes shots from places where he doesn't have to. And I'm thinking, why he's snatching at it? Like, this ain't the Portuguese league. But at the same time, like, João Felix has the basis. He just needs to be more composed with his decision making.
Yeah.
But he also needs a club that's going to like put their arm around him. Do you know what I mean? And I'm not taking it away from João Felix. Obviously, he costs a lot of money. He's not the one that, demanded that big fee from Benfica to Atletico and etc. But at the same time, I worry for who's advising him, bro. I worry because it seems like it's all based on money, bro. Them man just want their commission. Do you know what I'm saying? It's not like what's best for the player. It's true, bro, because the guy's always
I hear it.
I'm not a fan, bro.
Yeah, I hear it. But you know what it is, yeah? When it comes to the Felix movies, I think, was it because we were so desperate to get rid of Gallagher, yeah? And then apparently we didn't want to get... So apparently with that... You know the Omaridion guy? Sammy, whatever his name is, the striker.
Yeah.
I think we wanted his naming... We wanted his... what's that? Not naming... Is it not naming rights? What's that thing called? The commercials, whatever. They wanted to sign something or whatever it was, yeah? He didn't want to give all his advertisement rights and all that. You know how they have all of that in their clauses and that. Yeah. Name, yeah. So what happened was they just said, yeah, man failed the medical. We don't want him no more. So what they ended up doing is they needed someone else because Atletico said we're not buying Gallagher, yeah. If you're not getting someone, there has to be a swap thing. Do you get what I'm saying? So what ended up happening is, yeah. Remember Gallagher was walking around the airport and waiting for it. He was to sign his thing. Do you remember? Man was buffering in the airport, blood, sitting. You know when your flight is not coming, delayed. It's saying delayed, bro. His thing.
Yeah, you're looking for updates.
Yeah.
You're looking at man that have been camping out at the airport. Yeah, they got their sleeper bag out. Like, yo, are you man on the same flight? Yeah?
How long you been here for? Yo, that's crazy, you know. I swear, that was me the other day when I came back from Norway, you know. I went to Manchester Airport. I'm waiting for this mega bus, yeah. And in Manchester Airport, on the coach station, there's no signs, innit?
Yeah.
So, as in, there's no board that tells you when the buses are coming and that. So I'm waiting here. It's 5 o'clock and the coach hasn't pulled up. So I'm thinking, yo, I'm looking at this guy with this guy, like, I think he's like in his 20s with his mum, yeah, just sitting there waiting. I'm like, bro, are you like waiting for the same bus or what? Did you get it? So I'm there waiting, bro. 5. I'm about to book. I was about to cancel. I was about to book another National Express ticket, yeah, because I already waited like half an hour at this point.
Yeah.
And the thing hasn't pulled up, bro. I tweeted Megabus. I said, yo, where's this coach? He was like, oh, there's been some issues. It could be 50 to 80 minutes. Blood. I was like, what? What do you mean for a coach? And I was like, what if I had an appointment or something, bro? Like, coach's supposed to be on time. All right, cool, no worries. All I know is, yeah, some dusty bus starts coming into to the terminal. It pulls up. I look at it. Man goes into the coach. Birmingham, you know them ones. Yeah, cool, all right. But Megabus thing, yeah, cool, all right. So your man's looking around at people just sitting there, bro. And I'm like, bro, how are you supposed to know when the coach is going to be there or not? And Gallagher, yeah, Veli's right. Gallagher flew back to London, bro. He sat there, waiting. And the next day, I think the plane turned up. He came back to London. Then I think that's when we ended up saying, okay, who else you got? And obviously, I think our owners like this Jorge, what do you call him? Mr. Mendes? I can't even say his first name properly, but that agent, fam. George A. Mendes. Yeah, man. This guy, bro. We like him, innit? Any deal he can make, we can make. If he wants to make any deal, for some reason, they seem to make that deal. So they made that deal for Felix.
He's a criminal, bro. You see the way he's effed up, bro. He effed up Valencia. He effed up Wolves. Now, this guy don't care about...
Bro, Vitinha was at Wolves. I forgot. When I saw him ball out the other day, I heard someone say he was at Wolves. I was like, what? I looked here, I saw his picture. Obviously, he didn't have long hair. I was like, yeah, I know this guy. I remember he couldn't even make it. for Wolves. I was like, well, what's going on here? Remember, there's all these clubs where all the Portuguese dons go to. Yeah, because of him, innit? Remember, he takes all takeover thing. They all come there, and then they just ended up selling them, or they're not good enough, whatever they want to say. And then, do you get it? It's like, it's crazy, man. But that's how what happened is, because of Gallagher going on the other side, we were so desperate to get rid of him, to get that pure profit from him, or whatever it was, because he's from the academy. We went and got, I think, Felix for 45 million or something like that. Do you get it? So I'm like, cool. Then if he's gonna be the backup to, with the backup to Palmer, fine. And then you realizing he's not playing, bro. You get what I'm saying? Why is he not playing? You can't tell me the thing and he's not playing. But that's part of the thing that I was talking about as well. Like, Maresca says he wants to play 2 10s, yeah, and he did it against Leicester, not this game, the one before. Yeah, we played 2 10s, Felix and Palm, and it worked. But then you don't see him try it anymore. Like, we don't see progression from certain ways of playing, innit? So that's, yeah, it is a bit part of the thing with the manager, bro. I can't lie. But yeah, with the Palmer thing with the greediness, bro, I think he just looked at it recently, yeah. He knew it was Copenhagen, bro, and he just tried to get his goal, innit? That's why he was on yesterday, bro. He was getting the ball, yeah, and just shoot him. Because he was like, yo, I'm desperate, I need the goal. And then Felix does the same, yeah, when he shoots from outside the box, and you just mentioned it. But with Felix, I liked it because he was taking risks when no one else was. Because you know when your team does the U-shaped football, yeah, at some point you're like, bro, just shoot. Someone shoot. Now, if Felix was on the pitch, I know he would shoot. You get it? Whereas a lot of other players weren't shooting, bro. So it's just one of them ones where right now it is disappointing to see him go when he can still have thingy, but we can't speak about having the squad anymore like we did before in terms of, we have options if we need it. We don't have that anymore. Felix could have played in the 9 as a false 9. Do you get it right now? Instead of us putting like a Neto up front or something, we could have put him up front. Do you get what I'm saying? So it is, what a time to be alive, innit? Like this. Bro, if you don't laugh, you'll cry. That's what I mean. I'm been smiling, bro. Because deep inside, yeah, man, I'll be crying, bro. I can't lie. But, yeah, man. Man said Felix is perfect for Ancelotti. You reckon? That's a no work rate thing. That's what? That means you need to have like 2 DMs behind him. You know what I mean? Something like that.
It's hard, man, because he's too inconsistent. It's a shame because the talent's there, bro, but he's too inconsistent, bro.
Yeah. Oh, yo, big up Devante as well, man. Big up.
Yeah, big up Devante.
You better hope Palmer's on it or this Sunday. Hey, listen, you better hope Marino's on it this Sunday, blood. That's it. Listen, the only person I fear is probably Nwaneri, bro. Is he fit?
That's the thing, bro. I heard that he's.
I can't lie. I was watching your pre-match conference, bro. I heard Tuchel more than I heard anything about the game. Man's just glazing my old manager, bro. So what's going on here, bro?
So I mean, bro, like we're not on anything, innit? If you guys bring the game to us, bro, you saw what Man United did in the second leg, innit? Like obviously we can stink it out, and this is the problem. Like obviously we both. But the problem is, is like. Look at our attack, bro. It's toothless. Like, our attack is toothless, isn't it? Even you saying Ethan, the only one you fear is Ethan. It's going to be hot and cold because he's a young G, innit? Like, he's got potential, bro, but it's his first year in men's football. I expect his form to be up and down because he's young. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? So, could he turn up? Maybe. Could he not turn up? Probably. Do you know what I mean? And then you got Moreno up front doing nothing. And then you got Trossard that's been, bro, he's ready to bounce. You know what I mean? He's had enough of Arteta.
I've been saying that.
You know what I mean? And then you got Odegaard, that's like, he's another one, bro. But the difference is he's on 240 a week and he's the captain. And yet this guy's all over the place with his form as well. So it's like, 240. I don't even know. And whether he plays well or not, because he didn't play well against Man United, the guy stays on for 90 minutes. So I don't know, man. Your best bet, is if we play Calafiori left back, attack that, you know what I mean? The way that Man United attacked that, the left-hand side of our attack, of our defense, with Garnacho. Focus on that and you'll get opportunities. But will you guys be able to string passes together? Will you be able to counter-attack properly? Are you going to play... If you play U-shaped football, bro, we'll stink it out. Because that's perfect for us. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and then Arteta will just come out and say, oh, yeah, big team. We got a draw. Draw's not bad. You know what I mean? And it would move it. Nah, man. Because this is the thing, I know that we can sit back hit the counter, and it might work in terms of like we got some quick players and that whatever, yeah. But then if I look at it from like the Arsenal point of view, you are also dangerous in terms of sitting back because you got some good defenders that could just sit back and lock off the whole thing, yeah. But then how you gonna? That's when I don't see you attack. So I'm trying to think of like how the game plan would be from our managers, isn't it? Because this is my thing. What's gonna make this game interesting for me is knowing that you don't have like that attack that you usually have in it, where Saka, whatever. Oh, you cool, you got Ethan now, but it's like you don't have your usual front three that you usually would have in it. So it was like, how would the manager approach it? Is he gonna go out or not? Because this is the thing. I felt like we were the better teams against the big six teams that we played against this season. Yeah, in terms of we should have won and beaten United. We didn't end up coming home with a draw. We should have beaten you guys that day because remember you had Odegaard literally came back from the injury and Declan Rice, if I remember correctly, had his broken toe thing, innit?
Yeah.
He forced that Odegaard back, yeah, and yeah, I don't know if he had a good game, but he crossed the ball in for Martinelli, whatever, yeah. So it was like all those games I expected better, but I saw more like a reserved way of playing, whereas we could have still played a bit more attacking, innit? And that's my thing. If you have the players, sometimes just show the strengths of the players, bro. A lot of the times nowadays, we just seems to see like the managers just seems to be showing like. So we know Calafiori can't defend, innit? So why don't you just play him left wing? Well, get it? Like just play him somewhere where he doesn't. You cover up his deficiency and show his strength. Do you get what I'm trying to say? As a manager, yeah, and show it some way where you can help, like balance it out. Is that if that even makes sense? Like you know what? You put someone next to him that might be a bit more defensive that can cover up for him. Now, if you remember, like Liverpool, when Trent used to bomb forward on the club, yeah, Henderson used to slide over, yeah, and almost be the fake right back until Trent would be coming back. So that's almost like okay, cool. Trent might not be good at defending. We need him at attack, but we're gonna find some way, to sort that defensive issue that we might have. Yeah, our managers aren't on that, bro. No. I need to put someone that can't do that job there because he has one thing that he can do. But if it don't work out, then what are you gonna do? So it's
That's what
one
I
of
mean, bro. Just for the fact that you got players out and your form, the way you're playing is horrendous, and the fact that your goalkeepers are absolute liability, I reckon Arsenal stink it out 1-0, bro.
you reckon.
I wouldn't be surprised by draw, but bro, I feel like we could potentially stink out at 1-0, bro. Mainly because of your form and your goalkeeper, especially. I expect Sanchez to do something stupid. That's just how it is with him. Like I expect something stupid, innit?
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I reckon we'll stink it out because the best way, yeah, is to just be compact against Arsenal and
Yeah.
hit us on the counter. When we commit too many players for hit us on the counter, you'll find opportunities. But you're not counter-attacking. If you guys were playing the way you were playing at the start of the season, I'd be like, yo, I reckon you guys will beat us. But yeah, man, I just don't know, man. There's too many. Like Sanchez a liability. Cole Palmer's out of form. Nkunku's just doing Nkunku things. Pedro Neto up front ain't performing. Sancho as well can't perform because of the way the team is playing. There's too many issues in it. Whereas Arsenal, even though we ain't great and we're not great at all, we are still decent at one thing. There's one thing my team can do, and that's just defend for the life of them. Do you know what I'm saying? And that's really with the centre-back pairing holding it together. David Raya as well made some good saves against Man United. You get it? So there's a couple of players that are in form, and we played to stink it out. And I don't really see you guys really breaking us down, with the way you lot are playing. So I reckon it could be a draw, but I'm going more towards like 1-0 Arsenal, and I think it's gonna be a boring game, bro.
Yeah. Listen. I think it smells of a draw. But I have to go 2-1, and I have to come out of there with a win, bro. I have to go 2-1. Bro. I can't have more attacking plays than you and expect to come home with a draw, bro. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Like, yeah, no. That's your thing, bro. No, trust the process over here, bro. Man said trust the process with chest. You know what I mean? No.
You said 2-1 in it, so you're trusting the process.
No, I would need my team to win, bro. Results. Yeah, I mean,
Bro, I'm
what process?
banking on us thinking a 1-0 more because of how bad you are rather than as good as we are. We ain't great.
But this is what I'm saying, because I think that cool, yeah. Obviously, not having Jackson, yeah, hurts us a lot in the way we play. But I still don't think that we don't have enough to get a result, bro. In terms of like, because the reason I said 2-1 is because I know we're not going to keep a clean sheet.
That's what I'm saying.
So I've
You
been
think
fair.
we can
I've been
keep
fair.
it? We'll be more than happy to stink it out shamelessly, just stink it out and make it a ball fest and stink it out.
I hear it.
And who in your team's going to break it down as soon as we go 1-0 up? Who's really going to score? Let's be honest right now. Like, Cole Palmer could turn it around, but
Yeah.
bro, it's...
But that's what I'm saying. So in terms of game changes, 100%, we ain't really got that many game changes, innit? Like if I look at our front line, it's mostly Palmer, and then I would say Sancho, but he's a bit more quiet. He does his thing behind, like he's a bit more quiet and just does his thing, innit? His link up, whatever. Yeah, maybe he can shoot and do what he did against Tottenham, but that's like, he doesn't always shoot, so it's what it is. But it's like if you look at the rest of the team, bro. Caicedo, obviously, if he gets a yellow, then he's not playing the next game or whatever it was. So there's no one else, bro. Like really, if you look at it, even if I look at the bench, there's no one really I can say can change the game. But I still think that maybe with the attack of like a Neto, you get it, them man up front, we should still be able to get a result. And knowing that, yeah, your defense is there, so we're still facing your defense in terms of like, what I'm looking at, like attack defense thing. Cool, our attackers ain't the greatest right now, but there's always bozo moments, innit? You can always do something.
Yasser, that's all it is. Play for a draw and you'll lure us out. We'll get cocky and we'll start playing a high line.
But this is what I was saying. That's what I was saying. Yeah.
That's what you do against my team, bro.
That's
what you do against my team. Bro.
You know what I was saying earlier when I was saying I didn't know how the manager's gonna play. Yeah. I was saying if we decide to sit back, that's the only way to get you man out of your position, yeah.
Facts.
Then we could probably hit you on the counter wherever way you come up to us. If that's the way they're gonna play, then cool, innit? But if we just fully attack you, I know that you man just gonna sit back here and just you man would take the draw. Like I know Arsenal would not, as in the manager would take that draw. I know Arteta will probably take that draw, innit? But yeah, man. He would be like, yeah, we haven't lost or whatever, innit? But it's like, for me, I just can't afford to lose. This is my thing as well. I can't afford to lose. I think we have the better attack right now. Or even with the remaining players that we have now, I still think they're better than some of the players that you have. Because you obviously got your injury ridden or whatever here. So I still think we should be able to get a 2-1, innit? Like, if I said more than a 2-1, listen, I'd be on the copium or whatever you want to call it. Kool-Aid, like Flawless call it. You know what I mean? I'd be on something. But... So Lavia, Fofana, Reece James back for Chelsea. Yes, Reece was already there though, innit? Yeah. But hey, anything can happen in football. Chelsea have to win. This is the thing. Again, we're in a position where we have to win in terms of... You get what I'm saying? In terms of where we are now, the race we're doing or whatever, we need to win. That's the thing. So for me, it's 2-1. Yours was 1. Was it 1-1 or 1-0? Or do you want to lock in both? What is this, some accumulate? What do they call it? Accumulate or whatever.
Bro, fuck this club, man. I say draw, bro.
All right, cool then. We'll see what happens. Obviously, big up to you, Northside, for pulling up. Do you know what I mean? I'll wrap the thing up. Let you enjoy the rest of your Friday and the weekend. I know you've been working.
Preview, man. You know what I'm saying? You man can't let me just have a nice Friday evening in peace, bro.
Where are you going? Whose channel are you going to?
CB 1 milli.
CB. Oh my god. Listen, the less said the better, innit? I don't really like my man, innit? But yo, you might like him. He likes Lee, so you might like him. You never know. He'll do the whole standards thing and that. Ooh, you might like him. He was on Hooks' channel earlier. Now me, I just don't.
I don't know much about my man, so be
no, it's calm. You know what it is with me though? It's for me. It's just more the. You know how you do the standards thing. Like you want to raise the standards of your club. But I don't know if you've noticed, there's a lot of people that are like, that will say standards, but with no substance. It's just standards. You get what I'm saying? Now we just need to raise the standards. Okay, cool. We need to get from 0 to 10 now. I know that you and like Lee and that, you understand the current situation. You are realistic and you know that, okay, cool, this might not be really fixed, but we need to it will take us a while, but this is what we need to get to that place.
Yeah,
You're a bit more realistic. With certain man are just he's trash. I don't like this guy from the beginning, and do you get it? There's no leeway. They don't actually have balance. But it is what it is, and everyone each to their own, bro. But it's the way he said his name that I was like, you. But obviously we know CB, man. Listen, big up to CB either way, bro. Who was it? Big up to everyone that tuned in as well. Big up to Devante, obviously Young Valley, S, and everyone else that Rashid and that turned up. Obviously, thank you again, Northside, for obviously pulling up.
come on, man.
Um,
Anytime, bro.
no problem. And yeah, man, people, make sure you subscribe to Northside if you're watching on the replay or watching it live. Obviously, his title's in the. So his channel name is in the title. And yeah, man, you'll see more. You usually see more of me on that, bro. I do more on Northside's channel than I do here, bro. Do you know what I mean? So if you want to see more of me, you usually see me on there as well. But obviously, man, yeah, listen. Obviously, Northside. Listen, I'm gonna see you after the game, innit? In terms of, I know you're gonna do that match reaction, and I know, yeah, I am gonna get cooked if you lose. I know, yeah. But listen, either way, we will be there, innit? So. Yeah, listen, man. Big up to you.
If you lose, I can't lie.
But you know me, innit? Listen, if you know me, I'll just pull up with a smile, innit? I won't make a certificate, and I don't think it's that deep, but I will be there, innit? It'll be one of them ones, man. Yeah, 100%, bro. We'll be there. Listen, big up to everyone, and obviously big up to you, Northside, man. I'll wrap up now. Alright, see.